Mr. Goddard?
Yes?
Julia Maguire, Mill Health Centre.
Ah, yes. The lady who's been bombarding my office with phone calls all morning.
I've got something very important that I need to talk to you about.
In which case, you need to talk to my PA. She'll arrange an appointment.
I've already done that. This is a very time-sensitive issue. She says that your nearest free time is next week.
Then I look forward to seeing you next week. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm very busy. If you'll excuse me. Mrs. Maguire, this is totally inappropriate.
So is the institutionalised separation of a husband and wife.
Are you related to Mr. and Mrs. Rickman?
No.
Then you know I can't talk to you about their case. It would be breaking client confidentiality.
Look, I have known Stan and Rose for more years than I care to remember. Have you got any idea how many doors I had to bang on to get to you? Nobody wants to take any responsibility for this mistake. And nobody seems prepared to rectify it either.
This is a complicated issue. Have you any idea how hard it is to cater for two elderly people with widely varying health needs?
Yes, I can see that that must be difficult.
And you visited Mrs. Rickman in Ashbarton House?
Yes.
Would you say she's being treated well?
Very well.
She's getting excellent care?
Yes, but...
And as I understand, Mr. Rickman did agree with the initial decision to move his wife.
Well, yes, but he wanted the best for Rose. Look, how was he to know that this was going to have such a huge emotional impact on them both? I mean, they've been separated for the first time in half a century.
So what do you want me to do? Move her back in with her husband?
Well, no, of course not. She needs the extra level of care.
Exactly. Perhaps now you can see that this is a complicated issue. There are no simple answers. But I will deal with this as soon as it's practicable. Now, if you don't mind... Sorry, I'm going to have to call you back. Mrs. Maguire, I'd like to say this is a pleasant surprise, but...
2 minutes of your time, that's all I want.
I've given you far more than that already. Now, if you don't leave, I'll have to call security.
3430051. The editor, Leatherbridge Echo. That's his direct line.
And I suppose he's a friend of yours.
Anyway, he's holding the front page, ready to run with social services split septuagenarian sweethearts.
You've come back to blackmail me.
No, I've come to show you a solution that we can all come out of this with something positive. Stan and Rose are reunited, and your department does not have to break its own rules or see its mistakes splashed across the front page.
Okay, you've got my attention.
It's simple, really. You just reassess Stan Rickman's health needs.
How's that going to help?
Well, you haven't seen him since they split him up from Rose. He's not looking after himself, he's lost a lot of weight, and he's clearly deteriorated since his last evaluation.
Meaning that now he might qualify for a place at Ashbarton House.
And don't worry about Stan taking up your expensive bed. Rose is in a private room, we can squeeze another bed in next to her. If Stan and Rose are reunited, it could be beneficial to her recovery. You might even get your bed back earlier when she's ready to go back to sheltered housing.
Well, it's a neat solution to a tricky situation.
It's the right thing, and I think you know it.
At the end of the day, the decision isn't down to just me.
No, but if you got behind it, I'm pretty sure it would happen.
All right, Mr. Maguire, I'll see what I can do. I'll make sure that Mr. Rickman is reassessed ASAP. Before the end of the week?
Great. Thank you.